Have you ever wondered how much you need to earn to afford $1 million property? It's a question that's tickled the curiosity of many. The allure of owning $1 million property is undeniable. But have you ever stopped to consider the actual costs associated with it? It's not just the price tag, there are several layers to peel back. Fear not, because we're here to break it down for you. In the next few minutes, we'll demystify the costs associated with owning $1 million property. First, let's delve into the world of mortgage payments. Imagine a mortgage as a long-term loan given by a bank or a mortgage lender. You borrow money to buy a property, and over time, you pay back the loan with interest. This interest is how lenders make their money, and it's a key factor in determining your monthly mortgage payments. Average interest rates can vary greatly, but for the sake of this discussion, let's use 5% as a ballpark figure. The rate you're offered will depend on a variety of factors, including your credit score, the size of your down payment, and the type of mortgage you choose. Now, let's bring this concept to life with an example. Suppose you're buying a $1 million property. Typically, a down payment is 20% of the property's value, which in this case is $200,000. That leaves us with an $800,000 mortgage. The loan terms, or the length of time you have to pay back the loan, is typically 30 years for a conventional mortgage. So if you're borrowing $800,000 at a 5% interest rate over 30 years, you're looking at monthly payments of around $4,300. But remember, this is just the principal and interest. You'll also have to account for property taxes and homeowners insurance, which we'll get into later. Also, keep in mind that if your down payment is less than 20%, you may have to pay private mortgage insurance, or PMI. This is an extra fee that protects the lender if you default on your loan, and it can significantly increase your monthly payments. All these factors contribute to the complexity of the mortgage maze. It's not just about how much you borrow, but also about how the loan is structured and what additional costs you may encounter. So, to keep up with mortgage payments for $1 million property, you're looking at a hefty sum each month. But wait, the costs don't stop at the mortgage. Next up, we have property taxes. Now, property taxes, while not as hefty as your mortgage, can add a significant amount to your monthly costs. Let's talk numbers. On average in the United States, the property tax rate hovers around 1.1%. That's right, 1.1% of the property's entire assessed value each year. Sounds small? Well, for $1 million property, that's an additional $11,000 annually. This money goes towards funding public services like schools, roads, and emergency services, but it also goes straight out of your pocket. And remember, this isn't a one-time cost. It's every single year. So when you're dreaming of that $1 million property, remember to factor in these unavoidable, annually recurring taxes. So not only do you have the mortgage to consider, but also these annual taxes that can amount to thousands of dollars. Now, let's not forget about maintenance. $1 million property won't maintain itself. The annual maintenance costs for such properties can be a significant slice of your budget. Think about repairs, for instance. Whether it's a leaky roof or a faulty HVAC system, these fixes can add up. It's wise to set aside at least 1% of your property's value each year for these unexpected repairs. Then there are utilities. From water and gas to electricity and waste disposal, these services are essential for a comfortable living. Depending on the size and location of your property, you could be looking at several thousands of dollars each year. And let's not forget about insurance. This can be a sizable cost, especially for $1 million property, but it's a non-negotiable. It's your safety net, protecting you from financial devastation in the event of a disaster. Maintenance costs can be a wild card, adding another layer of expense to your $1 million property. So, what's the amount you really need to afford this $1 million property? When considering whether you can afford a $1 million house, the 28-36 rule is a good place to start. This rule of thumb recommends that you spend no more than 28% of your total income on your monthly housing costs and no more than 36% on monthly debt payments overall. Let's see how the 28-36 rule checks out using the annual income of $216 per year. Dividing that total by 12, it breaks down to $18,168 per month, and 28% of $18,168 is $5,087. So that would be the maximum amount you should spend on your mortgage payment per month, including principal, interest, property taxes, insurance premiums, and possible HOA fees. The 36 part of the equation is also important. Add up your total monthly debts, including not just your housing costs, but also any car payments, credit card bills, and student loans you may owe each month to ensure you don't exceed that 36% mark. Don't forget to factor in the costs of homeownership, including utilities, maintenance, and upkeep. There you have it, the cost of owning $1 million property. It's not just about the price tag, but the ongoing costs that come with it. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Also, please leave your comments below. Until next time, enjoy!